For the very long time I thought it's not going to be possible to trade without any kind of the live news. Bloomberg news or Reuters news, the live feeds, that was always the question for me. Why? Because the information was always and still is the key. Anyway, when you are trying to compare the past and the present, or maybe even the future, that's a completely different story. I had an access to Bloomberg News, to the Bloomberg terminal, Reuters terminal, and well, before the financial crisis, it worked great. After, it was completely different story. And when I'm trying to get back into that times, today, even more, I know that after 2011, 2012, you are good to go even without the Bloomberg or Reuters terminal, without these very expensive tools. You may want to ask, well, how come? How is it possible? Well, because right now, even if you do have an access, you are fighting with the big guys. You are fighting with the HFT traders, high frequency traders, right? I'm gonna tell you, and at some point I'm going to make the proof for you that even without this real-time access, if you have the information within 20-30 seconds, or maybe even after 1 minute, you are still good to go, as long as you know how to properly read this information. So as long as you are not this type of the HFT trader, I don't think you have to pay this expensive bills over the course of each month. Within the comment section, you are going to be able to find few Twitter addresses I'm using currently to get the information about the news events. They are usually a little bit later. Now, where is the point? Well, as I mentioned, right now you are facing the big wall. You have to fight the big guys, the biggest guys when it comes to the financial market. HFT traders, they spend billions of dollars to get the software, hardware they already have. Meaning that if you are going to get your news just slight delay, you are behind. Of course, your reaction to trying to make the trade, to open the position, also got the influence how you are going to be filled. Don't forget that clicking at the price you see, meaning that you agree to be filled at the market price, which might be different compared to what you've seen second ago. And well, it's not a broker failure. It many reasons you are going to get later, and maybe even worse feel. It's your internet connection. It's a reaction between what you think and how you can how you want to react and stuff like this. So I did my own research based on what I've been doing lately, right? And I discovered that, well, if you are not FHT, you don't have to fight these big guys. You are going to be better off if you understand and you can read the news you got even with the delay. I'm going to give you one or two examples. If over the course of last few days the market is going one way, you haven't seen any kind of the stop count, and we are going to get the news in favor of that move, most probably you are going to see the spike, we are going to see the pullback, and you might have the possibility to join the market. And completely opposite, the news might, even if it's going to be against the market, we might first see the stop count, then rejection. If you are going to be able to read that properly, as I mentioned, you are going to be much better off, right? More to come. Sometimes you are going to ask yourself what this guy is talking about. Yes, I'm telling you, you can read the market sometimes better way than other guys, the big guys, big names are trying to do. Well, the thing is, as I mentioned, I'm following some technical analysis Twitter account, for example, especially if they are in consensus what's going to happen. That's quite a good thing. Why? Because if you are going to fade the move, very often it works fine. I'm talking about the accounts related to the companies preparing this analysis. I'm not talking about the independent guys. That's completely a different story. Another thing is that if you know where we are from the technical chart perspective and you see the price action, that's also the thing are gonna help you to read the market properly. Of course, I'm not gonna tell you all the things today because we don't have enough time. That's another reason why I'm preparing this channel. We are going to get there at some point in the near future. So that's enough for today, guys. It was my pleasure to be with you. See you around, take care, and goodbye.